Admiral's log. Date July 8th, 1936. Ah, the British. The one moment they talk a very big talk. Then they encounter the German Navy. And then they don't walk the big walk. No, it was quite the opposite. They came crawling, groveling, begging for peace. I was so tempted to send the head of their emissary back to them in a box, but I ended up deciding against it. We will just continue to hammer the British until their empire has completely crumbled. In regard to the big guns, I have decided. Our ships equipped with the biggest guns are going to be refit. Their ability to output damage against the enemy just isn't there. They are massive ships, and the weight we save on refitting their guns can be used to increase their armor. In our most recent battle, the secondary armament of these guns proved to be more useful than the primaries, which is ridiculous. 5.9-inch guns are not supposed to be more effective than 18.9-inch guns. It is very sad to see, but so be it. Perhaps in the future, after we've refined our guns further, can we switch them back to the biggest caliber affordable. I am also ordering our researchers to look into coming up with better torpedo launchers. If the British are going to send massive task forces our way, then breaking them up with torpedoes would be a great answer. My reluctance to use torpedoes, however, comes from their whimsical nature. When you fire a gun, you have a reasonably good idea of where the shell will end up. The torpedoes have a mind of their own. Despite our advanced technology, they sometimes deviate from their course, refuse to explode on their target, or don't even launch at all. And yet, the British are sailing around in such massive formations that even these kinds of torpedoes might actually hit something. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 30. I wasn't really going to show this episode, or this particular battle, rather, because, well, it's just one battleship. But it's one of my new battleships. It's the Loki. I haven't seen this guy fight yet, so I'm really interested to see how well this battleship is going to perform with her 6 19.9-inch guns. Trained crew? I'm considering just having the rest of the fleet stand back, while the Loki and her main armament, well, her mains of 19.9 and 11.9s takes this Empress of India Repulse-class battleship to town. It is tempting, however it's probably not the best call, because if you do it like that, you do risk taking more damage. So, I don't know. I like having these one-on-ones. Here she is. I like having these one-on-ones, it's just that it might not be the best deal. Look at those 11s. On a battleship like this, the 11-inch guns look like perfect secondaries. If only you could actually have them target something separate. Something else. Oh, this is a very nice shot. Look at that. Off into the sunset. Kill some Brits. Now, the Brits are to the west. I have a Generation 1 radar. Loki has not yet received her upgrade. She's also running around with gear turbines too, because during my run with refitting all these ships, the Loki wasn't finished yet, so I couldn't actually upgrade her. Her reload is a whopping 3 minutes at 292 seconds, which is already 58 seconds less than it normally would be, thanks to crew training as well as the autoloader 1. Still a massive reload. Now, let's see if this thing can actually hit the enemy, seeing as it does not have a rangefinder. Her friends today are none other than Fritjof and Markgraf. Markgraf is one of the newer battleships, and I've seen some comments saying, hey, you forgot to make these things the longer barrels. No, actually, I did not. I intentionally kept them, I think, as the shorter barrels, to make sure that they have a better reload. Because 50 seconds with a 16-inch gun is really quite good. That's what I was going for. So no, I didn't actually forget. I just wanted to make sure that I have a battleship class that fires a little faster. Wow, somebody hit him with a 17.9er. Hello, Fritjof. 2.5k damage. Jesus, that cut the ship in half. Leave some for Loki, please. Although Loki has a 3.3% chance to hit. And Fritjof, 16. Wow. Fritjof with the reload. 124 seconds. Jeez, it's half. And then the Markgraf with her 50 seconds. But Markgraf, not quite in range. With the exception of high explosive. Yeah. I really want to see these things fight. Yet, the 19.9ers. Nice elevation there, dude. Holy shit, what are you trying to hit? What the fuck? What are you trying to shoot? That's no moon, that's a space station. Yeah, and I got a 19.9-inch gun and I'm gonna shoot it down. What the hell? Oh, man. Can we rely on Fritjof to deal some... to deal some damage? Whee! Okay, we got shells out. Sorry. I'll try to be serious. Something else. Oh, no. Why is Markgraf not opening up yet? Angle. Oh, right. That's the new thing. Under some conditions, the ships now give you an indication saying, you know, the firing angle is too great or too bad. Meaning that if your ship, for example, is listing badly to port, and you need to shoot a starboard or a port side target, you can't do it anymore. And the game is going to give you the information saying angle. So I think that the Markgraf, even though she's trying to engage the enemy, simply can't. Because the angle against the battleship there is not good. So right now, I'm not sure. This I found in a Steam update that was posted recently. Or rather, an update about the game on Steam. And they said that for the September update, they are looking to include the whole map and all playable nations. That means that relative to what we have now, we're... Oh, that's a hit from the Loki. Relative to what we have now, we're also going to be seeing the US, Russia, Spain, and France. Sorry, Japan. So that's going to be a massive update. They have it scheduled for September. Considering their track record, I'm going to say if we get it by October, that'd be great. But that's going to be a massive upgrade. And I'm very eager to play it. I am a little hesitant to go for a beta. Because as we have seen previously, running a beta generally causes you to lose campaigns. So I probably won't do that. I'll probably instead run a, let's say a live version of the game with the Austro-Hungarian campaign that I have planned. Depending on how long the Germans are still going to take. And then we're going to swap over to the new build. Once it's fully ready. Sure, I'll do the occasional preview probably. But I am rather attached to my productivity. And I do not like losing content that I have prepared for you or ending series prematurely. Come on, Loki. That was a 17.9er from Fritjof. I gotta say, Fritjof was on the chopping block. At least her 17.9ers were. Because they're not terribly effective. The 18.9ers from the... What was that? The Württembergs? They're even worse. But... meh. Maybe the 17.9ers can actually do something useful. Empress of India has already lost 17% of her crew. She's lost her secondary tower, an engine, her rudder. Yeah, we're going to turn you broadside. We're going to turn the other battleship division... No, you guys can continue. Prince Regent, 50,000 tons. There's another 11.9-inch hit. So if you're using the Loki's 11.9er secondary, secondary primary, it's a weird ship. It'll work a lot better when you're facing a cruiser. When you're engaging something like this, it's not stellar. It'll get the job done if you give it enough time. But I might want to pick AP for the 11.9ers and HE for the rest. And that just wouldn't really work. That was a pretty nice hit there from 16.9er. Oh, they spotted the Fritjof. You guys don't have radar yet, do you? No, you got radio direction finding. That's not going to cut it. Another 17.9-inch hit. Has the Fritjof suddenly decided to start shooting accurately? Loki? Missed. Loki is still doing range finding, I think. Yeah, she's still range finding. She hasn't hit once with her 19.9s. I got a comment the other day from a guy who never comments on my videos saying, "Oh, wow, you broke off from the big guns campaign because I'm no longer using only the big guns. Stop watching the campaign." Like, okay. Okay, be like that. I mean, at some point you go to adjust on the battlefield. If you cannot adjust on the battlefield, what use are your ships? You gotta be flexible. If you find that something isn't working, you don't continue to make it... Well, you don't continue to squeeze until it works. Just these big guns, yes, they work every once in a while. They're not a structural solution to a problem. So I just bid this guy farewell, and I thought, you know what, fine. Not the kind of subscriber I want. Or rather, not the kind of viewer. He's probably unsubscribed at this point. Whatever. Now, can we please knock this guy out entirely? They've already taken 11,000 damage. They haven't hit me once. It's a what, 100 million? Yeah, it's 100 million worth of battleship. That's cute. Loki is 385. Fritjof is 322. Markgraf 149. Cheap workhorse, but probably did more work. Nope, she didn't do jack shit. Fritjof did almost all the damage. 12% structural, 11... 10... All engines are down. Crew loss, 37%. Yeah, this is done. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I am on the road to 100,000 subscribers, 100k. If you are not subscribed yet, then please do so, because that would help me get that goal, or yeah, achieve that goal faster. So check if you're subscribed. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you for some reason or another. I'm not sure why, but it does that. So check if you're subscribed, and if not, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, so this was a flawless victory. I have lost nothing, and I gained 1,300 victory points. In the previous episode, we saw that the British are interested in seeking peace. I am, however, not. They have a lot of ships lost, but they have even more ships alive. Because they started out with 200 ships. They now have 150. So we knocked out a quarter of their fleet. Pretty much in one battle, by the way. And they... Well, I think it got them a little concerned. We have 51 active ships. We're repairing 24. So that means that about half my fleet is undergoing repair. And I still have the new battlecruisers, and in a long time, the new Siegfried class coming out in 42 months. Now, when it comes to ship design, I want to overhaul the Loki, because the Loki is updated last in 1933, back when I had Radar Rangefinder 1. I'm thinking the 19.9ers are fun, yet unreliable. If it hits, yes, it'll kill something, probably. If it doesn't hit, you're going to sit there for the next 5 minutes reloading. So, much as it pains me, I'm going to remove the 19.9ers. And I'm going to install probably just 16s. 16 quads. 1, 2. I'm also going to upgrade them to diesel engines. Oil 2. And now I have a lot of displacement left on this hull. Holy shit, it does make them a lot more expensive. Let's increase the range. This also increases their power projection. And supposedly it increases their chances of getting better favorable missions. What am I going to do with all this weight? I mean... considering the rest of the class, or the rest of the classes, this guy is somewhat undergunned. If that makes sense. For 413 million for what it does, it's crazy expensive. It's not terribly heavily armored. I can still tack on 13,000 tons of armor, which would make this an absolute fortress. Yet, I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Let's increase barrel length here, making reload. 118 seconds, that's a lot better. Range, HE 50 kilometers, AP 46. We're firing semi-armor piercing, we're firing maximum HE. I'm going to standard ratio. I'm going to go with capped ballistic shells, allowing for 15,000 meter range, 51 inches of pen, 50 kilometer AP range. And how about replacing these and tacking on more of this? Yeah, that doesn't fit very well. Oh, I want to overhaul these things, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Yes, discard the design. It doesn't really look like it's going to work that well. That's my concern. The other classes, which are those? Not the Württembergs. The Württembergs are fine. The Fritjofs. The Ottos are doing very well. Which class is it? I got so many different ship classes. I'm going to have to remove a few, like the old Kaiser. Delete that class. The Mars, I'm sticking with it. The Saxony class is old. Delete that. The Thuringia, for museum's sake, I'll preserve these. V1 and V2 are done. Hagen is very old. Same for the Baden. Got so many different ship classes and refits over the years. It's pretty crazy. What ship class was I using? Was that the Braunschweigs? Yes, it's the Braunschweigs. It's the Braunschweig. We got a Braunschweig 1933 design here. And that's their latest change. So I'm going to change these to take off their 18.9ers because they're pretty bad. They're still Mark 1s. They reload in 350 seconds. Despite upgrades, they reload in 350 seconds. It's not good. We're going to give them 16s. There we go. This means I have a lot of displacement left. I'm going to give them diesel engines, oil. I'm going to give them better range. Whoops. Sorry about that. I could increase their speed, I suppose. Because now they have quite a nice secondary armament, which we have seen in function in one of the last battles. What about making these a tank? So tacking on more torpedo blister, increasing the hull, and just going for 7 inches of superstructure, 16 inches of main belt, sonar 2, coincidence rangefinder is fine, make TNT 4, cordite, stop removing the secondary tower stealth. Thank you. We're firing semi-ballistic AP shells. Yeah, should be fine. I'm going to set these barrel lengths to 10. So they're going to be 10% longer than usual. And with that, they'll be a reload of 88. Yet, they'll be more accurate. So let's say 15,000 meter range, you're looking at 4.9 to 4.1% accuracy. If I go to 0, we're looking at 3 to 2.6. So it's not great. And if you were to go to full 20, 15,000 meter range gives you 6.7 to 6%. Let's go to 10%, and this is going to give me 100. Or what about... No, if they're going to be brawlers, I need less reload. Less reload. Minus 10%. Reload, 55 seconds. They're going to be less accurate, but they're going to be more effective. So these new Braunschweigs... The most armor I can put on it. Hold on. More speed. Otherwise they'll not be able to catch cruisers. Make for 32 knots. Yes. We got 7 inches of superstructure. Ship's not strictly balanced. Let's increase bow belt a bit more. Gotta balance these things out. Engine efficiency is not 100, but I'll make that work. The rest... You can only get 3 inches of side armor on the 5.9s. That's not as much as I would like. Give me 6 inches of inner belt armor and then another 3. In case you don't know how this works, you got the main belt. That's 16 inches of armor plus 140%. Let's say something pens the main belt. Then that shell will have already expended a lot of its energy. It's then going to encounter a 6-inch belt. So normally you'd say, well, great, if something penned 16-inch belt, it's going to have no trouble dealing with a 6-inch. That's not strictly true, because the shell will have already been slowed down. It has lost a lot of its kinetic energy, and as such, the 6-inch belt just might be enough to catch it, meaning less damage to my ship. Now, if I'm going to be brawling with these boats, I need a very good turning circle. 457 is very nice. 437 is even nicer. And could I put some 3s on here? Most of these German hulls have some spots for 3s. 3-inch guns can be quite useful when you're dealing with destroyers. Let's give these more length. Could I make them 3.9ers? Yes, they fit. Okay, now the aft is again too heavy. This is probably going to cause all sorts of trouble. Yeah. I was trying to make this a 360-degree turret, but that sadly does not fit. Well, no, it does. That's fantastic, because that means in a pinch, I can turn this turret very quickly to engage something behind me. Well, I mean, not strictly, but you know what I mean. So, we need to reduce that aft belt. We need to increase that fore belt, make that 9-inch. We're going to remove that superstructure armor a bit. It's a bit heavy. I don't want to sacrifice too much of the aft belt. There. Okay. So this is the new and revised Braunschweig class. And hopefully they'll be really good brawlers. Save that design. And refitting these. Oof. That's going to take a while. Because this is a serious overhaul of this ship. Let's see. If I want to refit... What? Oh, they're all being repaired, aren't they? Where's the Braunschweigs? Here's the Braunschweig. Repairing 2 months. Grosse first is a Fritjof class. Where's the other Braunschweigs? Do I only have 1? No. The Braunschweig itself is repairing for 2 months and the Heimdall for 5 months. Okay. So that's going to take a while. Alright then, let's see what else the British want to throw at us, shall we? Interestingly, a month later, the British head of Admiralty is replaced. His recent failures and poor management must have been the cause. I wonder... What? The Say Adler and the V-27 have low crew? I've never seen that before. Add crew. What? Where's the other guy? Here. What happened to you? They probably were badly damaged in the last fight. Anyway, the British. There is some unrest. They have 0 naval prestige, and they're supposedly very advanced. I think that what their very advanced part is the torpedo section. Now, I'm considering doing some more research into my own torpedoes, because I can get 23-inch torpedoes. I can start getting Mark IV torpedo tubes, as well as better torpedo range, 14,000 meters. This might allow me to break up the British formations a lot more effectively. If I can start flinging 23-inch torpedoes at them, they should be at least dispersing, at the very least. More likely, they'll be taking hits. Especially those new battle cruisers should be capable of using quite a few torpedoes, especially the 23-inchers, to to make short work of the Brits. Now, it looks like we got a lot of missions coming up. This is going to be good. Let's see. I am... The Italians are liking this. I'm not sure why. Fleets affect bilateral relations as follows. Great. Oh, the Mars is about to have some fun. The Mars and the Comet. We have Grafton, Britannia, Royal Alfred, Dunedin, Arethusa, Thetis, 4 destroyers. Fight me. I think the Mars can handle this fairly easily. It's a fast ship. It has a good amount of firepower. I can do this. Comet, you can do 31 knots. The Mars can do 33. Let's slow you down to like 29 and you can just follow. Here we go, Mars. Targets up ahead. Sea state is pretty poor, but the Mars so far at 17-kilometer range with her radar rangefinder is not really taking too much offense with that. Let's slow you down to full speed, get an accuracy bonus. These are the heavy cruisers all. Means their light cruisers and destroyers might be closer. Accuracy 6%, 6.2, 6.3, 4. No. I don't think AP is going to go right through that. HE probably will. Carry on. Now, the Comet is one of my ships with the 11-inch guns broadside. So she's quite enjoying this. That's excellent. There's the main tower. Very nice. I do want to try and maintain some distance from these, because all of them are considered very dangerous. This is their heavy cruiser, secondaries on that. 10% chance to hit the heavy cruiser with HE right on the nose. Ideally, get a good pen, get a good bit of flooding on them, and that slows them down. And the same thing for the secondaries against the light cruiser. And we have found their DDs, which are trailing. Now they have spotted my battle cruiser. Took them a while. Oh. Look at this. Now it says angle. That's what I was talking about before. The 8.9s don't have a good firing angle. I don't have a lot of them left, just the bow ones. They don't have a firing angle, so they cannot actively shoot the enemy. Makes sense. Full HE salvo. You could argue this might have been better with AP. Some damage. Not liking getting these enemies this close. I think it's quite dangerous. Especially considering the amount of torpedoes that they can fling at me. But so be it. I don't want to be speeding up too much either, because then I'm going to be losing accuracy. Partial pen. Shoot this. Reason being, I might be able to hit this guy accidentally. Or not so accidentally. I mean, if that bug is still there, then I might as well exploit it. Now this one. The shells are traveling so flat, such a flat trajectory, that you can just shoot this and you'll still hit this with almost perfect accuracy. It's a bit dirty. Yet, it's been there for a long time, this bug. There we go. Range to the CL is only 8 clicks. I have sonar 1. And you have sonar... You got hydro. There we go. Shit. This was exactly what I was worried about. Turn, Mars. Eliminate the Dunedin. Flooding on the Britannia. Destroy the secondary gun there. Boom. That was a great hit from the battlecruiser secondary. That was the primaries at work. Come on. We're going for kills here. Flat out kills. Yeah, you're done. Next, Arethusa. We're going full broadside. It is a risk, I know. Yet, I want to try and eliminate these guys as quickly as possible. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of torps. Mars. This is a problem. Because I can squeeze through there, but that torpedo there is an issue. Don't hit my rudder. Okay. We're still in business. Comet. You're about to have a very interesting ride. A very interesting ride. Did you just take a torp? You did. That one actually did do damage. There goes the Arethusa. Now your rudder is damaged. If I can squeeze through this, I'll happily try and use that gap. Fuck up the Thetis, please. Because if this thing starts torping me, we got a cross-torp. We got the torps coming in from there as well. Comet. Jesus, look at the amount of torpedoes. Thetis sinks to extensive fire. Currently I'm a little busy figuring out where I need to move my ships, so I'm not going to be looking at the high damage numbers. Comet, turn, steady. There's more. Probably originated from the heavy cruisers. We are now shooting, what, a DD? I don't think so. Oh, fuck. Yeah, flooding. Mild damage. What was that? Light cruiser with a torpedo. Can't have been a very big one. Oh, I got anti-torp 3. That helps a lot. Okay. So far, 3 light cruisers eliminated. Now on to the heavy cruisers. Switch fire to the Britannia and start turning. Good lord, that turning circle is not very nice. Not very nice indeed. Turn to port. You okay there, Comet? In between the two of you, you can eliminate this whole battle group. This whole task force. Shouldn't be too hard. Come on, get some good hits in. Britannia's not that heavily armored. Casemates are still protesting that they cannot actually help. Makes sense. Not really generally kiting away with the Mars. Mars is a flanker, at least that's mostly her current role. Let's have the Comet go broadside. They can torp me at 12-kilometer range, so I am within torpedo range, but they don't really have a good angle on me. Which means that the 11s, yes, there we go. The 11.9ers can deal all the damage that I need. Which would lead to the destruction of the Britannia. 68 million worth of heavy cruiser. Oh, Mars and her bad rudder. That's going to get me killed. Mars and her bad rudder are going to make dodging very difficult. Come on, finish this ship. More flooding. Grafton's getting a bit closer than I would like. She's down to 30%. The Mars will eventually turn. But it takes a long-ass time. Ignore the Britannia. She's no longer a real threat. This guy is. The Grafton is getting closer than I very much want. Turn. Fortunately, these DDs aren't rushing me. That would have been problematic. Come on, Mars. Over to starboard. Comet. Engage this. Yes. Immediately the Comet and her 11.9ers fling HE at the Grafton. There comes the AP, which completely misses. How much armor you guys got? Yeah, a lot. Destroy the torpedo launcher. Okay, they're out of torpedoes. They got their side mounts. But I'm not considering those a massive risk. And those 8.7s of yours are Cute. But they don't have a firing angle? No, not if they're looking that way. What the hell? Are these turrets stuck? I think there's something going on with these turrets because they're simply not turning around. That's interesting. Now, the Royal Alfred behind the Grafton is a threat because she has torpedoes and a lot of them. So we're going to swap target. We're going to try and eliminate some of their torpedo launchers as well. Because they are largely on the deck. Yeah, there they are. Bow side, port side, and starboard, of course. Yeah, decent angle. Anything else coming in? Not yet. If it wasn't so much work, I'd be tempted to make a compilation of all the damage that the Mars has done over the last 30 episodes. She's been extremely effective. Royal Alfred's flooding. Come on. Ooh! Ammo detonated on the Grafton. Royal Alfred did take some damage to their torpedo launcher because they lost a torpedo. Look at this. Mars, 36,000 damage done, but the Comet, 12. Don't underestimate these guys. They sent a torpedo against the battlecruiser. Start turning. Start turning. I know you're badly, badly damaged with your rudder. You're gonna have to turn. One way or another. One way or another way. Really appreciate it. Sonar. Pick up the torpedoes. Are these things stealthy? No, they're not. Come on, comets. Oh, there they are. Okay. We're not at risk. We're fine. We're fine. Royal Alfred, less fine. And then we got the heavily damaged Britannia behind it. Yeah, we're gonna be done here in a minute. And considering the amount of damage I've done, 56k, although that's a bit of a skewed number considering I detonated somebody. 56k versus 9,000 or 900 taken. I'll take it. It's not that bad. What was that pen? That was the 7... that was the 11.9er from the cruiser. These things are fantastic ships. Comets. 72 million. Get enough of them, and you're bound to have a lot of fun. There we go. That was another pen for 1900 damage. You're firing SAP, correct? Yeah, semi. The chance to pen officially says 16%. This thing is officially heading away at a high angle, but these semi-armor piercing shells don't give a shit. Dead. Okay, on to the next cruiser. The Britannia. And then we're gonna have to party around with some destroyers, which are all in the Vape Club. They're gonna be somewhat tricky to hit. Hey, they got the new 4.5s. They got the new 4-inch gun turrets. Triples. At that. No, doubles. Mark IV. Torpedo launchers out to 10.9 kilometer range. These are sneakies. 73% visibility reduction. So you don't see those until it's too late. Start putting secondaries to work on the destroyer. Same for you. You're hitting something else, aren't you? Yeah, you did hit the destroyer a bit. How expensive are these? 12 million, and the Arnos are older, yet faster, so more expensive. Yep. Britannica is trying to limp away, yet having a really rough time of it, considering she has 3 damaged engines. And Nizam just took an 8.9-inch hit that almost vaporized the ship, and that'll flood her out. Look at these guys, they're just stationary. Britannica sinks. Sorry, Britannia. Saying it wrong all this time. Britannia. Okay, so we are inside the torpedo range. I don't like that. There goes the Nizam. If they're gonna torp something, please let it be the heavy cruiser. Wait. Can they even see me? Maybe they can't. Boom. 22,000 damage. Did you get introduced to a 15-incher? Yeah. Okay. That was a bit rough. Kale and Arno. Oh, this is what the German Navy needs. Just 2 ships. 2 ships and a fairly capable admiral. And no more British. Easy. Go on, Arno. It's the end of the line. I recommend you abandon ship. All who pass here, abandon hope. You can see a bunch of sinking fellows, sinking friendlies off in the distance. Just as I like it. Now this guy is probably going to have angle issues as well. He probably cannot use his guns because of the firing angles, and mostly because they're submerged. Partial pen, full pen, full pen, partial pen, over pen. That might be the killing blow, that flooding. Many bulkheads, spacious quarters. Doesn't matter. Dead. Main belt for 20,000 damage. Yes, please. So that eliminates that. Okay, that's another 8,000 victory points. I wonder when the Brits are going to come crawling back for more. Well, more peace, that is. That is not going to be happening this time around. So tell me. Holy crap. Markgraf. Markgraf's going to be busy in the next episode. Because this one has come to a close. I don't want to keep putting out these hour-long videos. Because it's not really benefiting the volume of videos that I can do. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And join me next time for this fight of the Markgraf against a destroyer ambush. These guys haven't yet realized that it's not them that have stuck with me. It's... No, what? I butchered that. I'm not locked in here with them. They're locked in here with me. They can do 32 knots. I can do 27. They have a speed advantage, but that'll be all. Join me as we butcher these guys in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next.